Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and before I begin this video, let me say two things. First of all, let me apologize for the mess in the background here, alright? I am in the middle of a game of Eldritch Horror. It is a board game. It takes about 3 hours to 4 hours to play. I am playing by myself, alright? I started to say, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm playing by myself, all right, and I've got everything set up, but it's back here, so it's a little bit messy back there. Also, my wife has decided that my man cave, which is this room here, is the official hiding place for Christmas presents, even mine, okay, because she knows that I won't snoop. I don't do that. It's just something I don't care to do. I like to be surprised, all right? So, that being said, the other thing I want to say is that I am going to be doing my ranking of the Eagles studio albums from worst to best here in this video. Now, if you subscribe to me, I'm saying this to new subscribers. If you subscribe to me and, you're thinking you're getting a horror book channel, that's exactly what you are getting, okay? This is a little side project that I do once a month, so please, when you come across this, don't go, this is not what I signed up for or subscribed to, and unsubscribe from me. Because I am still a horror book channel 98 to 99% of the time. Alright, so there we go. So, like I said, this is a ranking of the Eagles studio albums from worst to best. Now, let me give you a little bit of history of the Eagles. I'm not altogether accurate on everything. I know that their first album was, I believe, in 1972. I'm going to check that real quick here. Yes, 1972, their first album. Their final album was in 2007, their final studio album. They're still releasing live albums. They have been on a farewell tour for as long as I can freaking remember, all right? Original band members were Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Bernie Leadon, and Randy Meisner. Leadon left the band and was replaced by Don Felder. Somewhere along the line, Joe Walsh joined the band, okay? I believe he joined them with the Hotel California album, all right? And funny thing about Joe Walsh, I always laugh at, they interviewed him one time and he talked about he did a tour with Ozzy Osbourne. One of those tour packages or whatever, where they have the two of them together or whatever. Neither one of them can remember anything about the tour. Neither one of them. They don't remember the tour. They're like, apparently we went on tour together. Anyway, I digress. After Glenn Frey passed away, and now the Eagles are still performing live shows and stuff, he has been, as far as I know, he has still been replaced by Vince Gill. But personally, if you're a fan of the Eagles like I am, you can't replace Glenn Frey. He was just a great voice, great songwriter. Him and Henley together, Don Henley together, were one of the best songwriting duos of the 1970s, and even beyond that, all right? So there you go. Mainly from the 1970s. I shouldn't have said even beyond that, all right? So, that being said, the Eagles, now they never, I won't say they didn't ever release a bad album, because they came really close with this pick right here. And the one I'm going to do right here is from 2007. And this is their only double album, and this is The Long Road Out of Eden. Alright? And you remember their last album before this was recorded and released in 1979. So do the math as to how far along these guys, 2007 to 1979. This isn't necessarily a bad album, but it feels like a cash grab, is what it feels like. It doesn't necessarily have the same signature that a lot of the early Eagles albums had, all right? It's a little bit slower. There aren't as many rocking tunes on it. And it's just kind of subpar for what they normally would put out, all right? So let me get the songs here off of this thing. No More Walks in the Wood. How Long? Busy Being Fabulous. Now, those two were the main hits off of this album. They were decent. They were okay, all right? What Do I Do With My Heart? Guilty of the Crime. I Don't Want to Hear Any More. Waiting in the Weeds. No More Cloudy Days. Fast Company. Do Something. You Are Not Alone. Long Road Out of Eden. I Dreamed There Was No War. Somebody. Frail Grasp on the Big Picture. Last Good Time in Town. I Love to Watch a Woman Dance. Business as Usual. Center of the Universe. And It's Your World Now. This one focused on a lot of the environmental issues and things about how we're supposed to take care of the earth and things like that. But again, like I said, I hate to say it, but it felt like a cash grab. And yeah, to me, it's definitely the worst album in their discography. Okay, not a horrible album, just not a great album. Period. Okay, so there you go. Next up is from 1972, and this is their debut album, and this is self-titled, Eagles. All right, nice simple cover. God, looks like some cactus on the bottom there. The sun looks like it's like the sun's setting. Really nice. Got a picture of the band on the back of it. This here is Bernie Leadon. That is Randy Meisner, Don Henley, Glenn Frey. All right. Songs on this are Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, both hits. Chug All Night, nice little rocker there. Most of Us Are Sad, beautiful song really. Nightingale is real nice. Train Leaves Here This Morning. Take the Devil, Early Bird. My favorite on this one is Peaceful Easy Feeling, just a beautiful love song. And finally, Tryin'. All right, and that is Eagles. So there you go. Alrighty, I believe this one here, the next one up is from 1975. It is. I believe this is the one that Don Felder joined the band. And this is One of These Nights. And once again, this keeps with the motif on their album covers of the skulls that are painted, the Indian skulls, or what do we want to call them? Really beautiful cover there. And the tracks on this are One of These Nights, which was a hit. Too Many Hands, really good one. Hollywood Waltz is kind of an unsung hit for them. I like this one really good. Journey of the Sorcerer is awesome. It's a instrumental. It is by Bernie Leadon. And Lion Eyes. That sounds like I'm saying Lion Eyes, Lionize. It is Lion Eyes. Lion Eyes, all right? Hit for them. Take It to the Limit, another hit. Visions, After the Thrill Is Gone, and I Wish You Peace, which is actually the worst song on the album, in my opinion. It was co-written with Bernie Leadon and Patti Davis, who was the daughter of Nancy and Ronald Reagan and was dating Bernie at the time. And it's just a really schmaltzy song, all right? All right, next up, all from 1973, we've got one of their, this is their second album, and this is definitely a concept album about the life of an outlaw, the life of a cowboy or whatever, mainly of an outlaw. Anyway, I'm talking about Desperado. All right. What do we got for the tracks here? We got Doolin Dalton, 21, Out of Control, Tequila Sunrise, lovely song, I love that song. Desperado, of course, I think everybody knows Desperado. It's been recorded so many times. I mean, it's just a gorgeous song. Certain Kind of Fool, Doolin Dalton, that's an instrumental. Outlaw Man, Saturday Night, it's really another beautiful track on here. Very, very nice arrangement, lovely arrangement. Bitter Creek, and finally, Doolin Dalton and Desperado Reprisal, or Reprise. And so, yeah, that one's a continuation of the Doolin Dalton and Desperado songs. Really excellent album. I probably should have ranked this one higher, but it's a little difficult. A little bit difficult, all right? Next up, On the Border, and this is from 1974. Or 1974? Yes, 1974. This is On the Border. Let me get the glare off this thing, man, because it's I love the cover. All right, what do you got here on this one? Already Gone, another hit for him. You Never Cry Like a Lover, awesome love song. Midnight Flyer, My Man. On the Border, the title cut, awesome song there too. Love it. On the Border. James Dean, Old 55, which was written by Tom Waits, and Tom Waits actually hated the Eagles version of his song. So there you go. Is It True? Good Day in Hell. And another beautiful love song of theirs, The Best of My Love. And that is On the Border from 1974. Alrighty. And we're down to two more albums. They didn't have a big discography, okay? They didn't have a bunch of studio albums, all right? They just had, 7 albums? Yeah. Next up, and this is probably going to surprise a lot of people that I did not make this one my number one. And if you are an Eagles fan, remember, this is my opinion. I still love this album. Any given day, I could possibly switch it around, but when I went back and listened to these, I liked the one that I picked for number one better than I did the one that most people are going to think should be number one, okay? Number 2, Hotel California. Like I said, this is a fantastic album. How long did this thing stay on the charts? I mean, this thing was a monster when it was released, 1976, all right? Okay, love this album. See the songs on it. Hotel California, good God Almighty, how many times, if you listen to classic rock, do you hear this song played on the radio? It's still a great song. I never tire of it, okay? New Kid in Town, that was another hit for him. Life in the Fast Lane, another hit for him. Wasted Time, then Wasted Time Reprise. Victim of Love, that's a pretty cool song. Pretty Maids All in a Row. Try and Love Again, and my absolute favorite, and this is probably my favorite Eagles song of all time, The Last Resort. If you've never heard The Last Resort, go onto YouTube or whatever, find this song and listen to it because it is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful song. All right? So there you go. That is my number 2. So if any of you are Eagles fans out there and you know the Eagles albums, you know what my number 1 is going to be. It's probably going to surprise you. It does not surprise me. Okay. I went back, and when I was listening to this song, the first time I listened to it, years and years and years ago when I first bought it back in 1979, I thought, okay, they're having to follow up Hotel California. Is there any way they can do that? And at first I thought, no. But then when I went back and listened to all these albums before I did my picks, I realized that I love this album even more than I love Hotel California. And this is from 1979, their final album before Long Road Out of Eden came along in 2007. And I'm talking about The Long Run. Okay. All right. Let's see some tracks on here. We've got The Long Run, title cut. I Can't Tell You Why, beautiful song sung by Timothy B. Schmidt, who I forgot to mention. He also joined the band sometime or another. I can't remember when. I think it was with Hotel California. All right. In the City, sung by Joe Walsh. The Disco Strangler. King of Hollywood, which is my favorite song on this album. King of Hollywood, the best way to think about the song is think Harvey Weinstein whenever they are singing this song, because that is exactly what it's about. It's about a Harvey Weinstein-like character who thinks he is bigger than he actually is, and the whole casting couch thing and shit like that, okay? Heartache Tonight, which was their big hit from this album, along with I Can't Tell You Why. This one was written by a bunch. I got Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Bob Seger, and J.D. Souther, all right? Teenage Jail. The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks, and finally The Sad Cafe, which was a tribute to the, believe it was the Fillmore West. I believe it was the Fillmore West. It may have been the Fillmore East, but I think it was the Fillmore West, which was a club that a lot of bands got their start. Or it may have been, was the Troubadour, or is it the Troubadour? You know what? I'm trying to think about this. It might have been the Troubadour. And that's another one. A lot of folks got their start at the Troubadour. I mean, Elton John did a show at the Troubadour when he first started that's just considered legendary. Anyway, that's it. That is my ranking. And again, my ranking, my opinion of the Eagles' studio albums from worst to best. Okay? And if you don't agree with my picks, then please give me your picks. All right? You know, I'd love to see them. That's one thing I say about this. I really would love to see everyone else's, if you're an Eagles fan, everyone else's ranking of their albums. Okay? Or you can do their top 5 favorite songs that you love. Okay? There you go. That's it. So, it is Friday. This is going to post on Saturday afternoon at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Until then, I thank you guys for watching. The weekend is coming up. Have a great weekend, and please stay safe. Thank you.